Well, here we are. Yes, week 11. Week 11, heaven. Uh-oh. I always say 7 is heaven. It's week 11 is heaven. It's according to King's Cup, the old drinking game. Yep. Week 11 is heaven. 11. Oh, last one. You got to drink, you piece of shit. Okay. Well, week 10 happened. Let's talk about it. Walks is having a straightforward week. I'm having a straightforward week. Nothing crazy's going on.
Nope.
And we got great games this week. Woo, straightforward, Walks.
Let's recap last week. How'd you do?
Let's recap it. Week 10, Walks 4-4 after a nice 7-1 week. That's fine. It's reasonable. You keep that big, strong lead. You have 46-32, my friend. Woof. Woof. And hey, money line 2-0. Nice 2-1 for the season. Walks. We're back.
Hey, getting back on track. Also,
hitting both money lines means that even though I went 4-4, it was cash positive. So
that's exactly cash positive. Remember that, folks. We took some dogs as well, so I'm probably sitting a little well there too. But a 3-4. That's 3 weeks in a row of going under 500 for myself. I'm at 37-33. I'm at a mid-season slump right now.
That's okay.
Well, past mid-season slump, but we'll say mid-season kind of football. It's about a postseason.
Yeah, when you go into postseason, you're fine.
With a slowdown. All right, we're week 11 here. Okay, but yes, 3-4. But I also went undefeated in money lines because you and I took it.
Yep.
Thank God we didn't touch anything else in that Eagles-Packers game. I mean, they're sitting there, and it's like, all right, we're moving the ball well. Look at this offense. Opening drive, fumble.
Yeah.
Okay, hit defense, smashing it up. All right, here we go. Throw 3 and out. Okay. Oh, no, 3 and out. It was just that over and over, and it was just a strong bluff. But those are ones you want to get, at least.
Yeah, it's been that was I don't like. I mean, that was kind of what I thought that game was going to be.
Defensively, yeah, for sure.
I mean, God, both the Eagles and the Packers I look at it and I'm like, nothing explosive for either of them.
And they have the guys for it. That's the crazy part about these two teams. Their offense can be built for explosion. Barkley was moving the ball a lot better this week. So that was nice to see.
Yeah, Phillips is going to fit that defense really nicely, I think.
Yeah.
And I hope that offense can figure
He's multitasking, folks.
I hope that offense can figure it out because that team's a lot
more fun to watch with a good offense.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
rest of the week, whatever.
Yep. Texans, Davis Mills with a thrilling win. Oh my God. That was amazing. That was one of my favorite hits of the year. Necked it up. Bucks just took a poo-poo. Mike Vrabel has his guys playing well on the road as well, too. Just not as good as your boy Mike McDonald, but that's another team that can play on the road. That's great coaching. It's hard to win on the road. It's hard to win in general.
Yeah.
Rams, Niners, what the fuck?
Yeah, that game,
I mean, the Rams offense is fucking awesome, definitely, but I didn't think it was going to be that crazy.
Yeah, so I went back and watched because
I had to go back and I watched the All 22 film on that real quick.
Yeah.
And my God. 53 Winters
for the linebacker for the Niners.
Yeah.
slowest to react to the play ever, and then lets the play come to him as opposed
You
to
can't.
going to
Not
the
as a
play.
linebacker, not in this
And
league.
Like, and I'm just like,
dude's getting like, even when he did read and reacted appropriately, he's like overrunning the play and getting washed out. And I'm like, none of what you're doing is helping your team at all. And you're supposed to be like the next guy up. Like in reality, like you're supposed to be the next starter. And you're sitting there and counting to like 3 before your feet even move left or right. And then you are just letting
It's
the
going
guard,
after
and then you're just letting the guard
a
just climb
linebacker that
3 yards into your,
talks about.
yeah, just letting the guard just crawl up your butt
He's watching
and
the
just
film,
move.
folks.
I was
No
like,
one is safe. Not even Winters, a guy no one's talking
I was embarrassed for him. Like that
about. Hey,
tape, that
sometimes
tape,
you just got to point it out.
that meeting, that linebacker meeting had to be rough.
Oh, it was too funny. He's just getting roasted, dude.
Bad.
Getting
Sorry,
roasted.
man. I
Steelers.
texted. Uh-oh.
Oh, whoa, Steelers Chargers was also a dud. 2 primetime games in a row. Well, the first Thursday night dud, Sunday night dud, Monday night dud.
yeah, rough week.
Not this week. This week has some buttes. I don't think we're going to see duds with the top games. I really do not, especially the games we're talking about this week.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
we picked a lot of the good ones.
Even for the sprinkles, we've got a lot of good stuff to choose from. So,
yep. Bills are just fucking A. We'll talk about them, but my God. And
I was afraid that this Bills team might be on the verge of breaking.
So also, Joe Burrow is practicing. Come on, folks.
What? Grade 3 turf
toe.
He's gonna have MVP numbers before the season ends. It's gonna be like, shit. They're not gonna make the playoffs. But by season's end, people are gonna be like, all right, Joe Burrow's already comeback player.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Flacco,
the other Joe over there, his arm might be falling off the way they were talking about
it. Oh, hilarious.
They're like, well, his arm
hangs lower than the other side. And I'm like, is it falling off? Like, is it actually like Borderlands where his arm's falling off and he can't, and then they're going to have to like socket it back on and so he can throw the ball.
Right. That's good. Okay, well, let's get into this week. I want to talk about it. Week 11 is heaven because, woo, beautiful. Sit down, have your mozzarella sticks. Get ready, folks, because it's going to be a good one. First good one, morning slate. These 2 teams played each other earlier, kind of blah, 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 but they're moving the ball well. Bears having late game thrillers lately. Vikings defense has played well. They had their big win against the Lions. But it's time for them to play each other again one last time. Bears headed to Minnesota. The over-under is 48.5. The spread is 2.5 in favor of the Vikings. Why is that when you got J.J. McCarthy on the other side and you got the Bears with fourth quarter shenanigans? And Vikings have not been well on the back end in that third, fourth quarter. They're very good in the first half. So, folks, might as well go with against the Vikings on the second half spread. That's something to think about, put in your brain potentially. But we're 2.5 spread for the whole game, Walks. Give it to us. NFC North, Viking, you look like a Viking.
Little bit. I can go grab my Vikings
John Randall jersey if you need me to.
Same.
I think this Bears team feels fraudulent.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's Ben Johnson is getting it going. He's starting to feel out Kalen Williams and like playing to his strengths. But there's some fraudulence in there. Of course, it's the Bears.
I feel like their record
is not reflective of the caliber of team they are.
No.
And they've pulled off some crazy come from behind wins.
And that's not going to last.
Right.
I think and I look at this game in a way where we have a Vikings team that's in a must-win situation to stay competitive in that division, where the Bears, I don't necessarily know if they're without both of their starting corners, right? Both out.
Yep.
Against
2 of the better wide receiver duos in the league.
I think this is a bad matchup for the Bears on the outside,
Okay.
which I think will also mean that the Vikings are going to get a little bit more love to run the football, a little bit more space in the middle. I'm going to take the Vikings minus the 2.5, only because I think that the Vikings will end up being able to
move that football just a bit better than the Bears will. So give me Vikings minus 2.5 here.
Okay. That makes sense. I also saw that coming. Like when I was looking at this game, I'm like, Walks, it's 2.5. Like there's the little bit of, I love the Vikings, of course that, but your win now mode makes a lot of sense. But I'm going to go with the plus 2.5 for the Bears. That fourth quarter shenanigans, that even if the Vikings are controlling the game in the first half, they're still going to have a little push at the end there. Ben Johnson's going to cook something up, at least some kind of shenanigans. But this could be a field goal type of game, which is scary, but I think you gotta take it either way. So I'm going with the Bears at plus 2.5. And I saw this little tidbit. Vikings are now 0-6 against the spread after facing the Lions under Kevin O'Connell. That is funny. That is one of those random ones.
That is a LeBron stat for Kevin O'Connell.
That's so funny. Yep. So yeah, Bears plus 2.5, Walks minus 2.5, going against on the other side. Who knows what I did?
Okay.
Aye.
One of us is getting sniped this week.
We got two teams on the next game that would love to bounce back. Bills especially. Holy shit. A team we talk about having Super Bowl aspirations. Josh Allen has been in MVP talks forever. He won one last year. They can't get anything. Von Miller leaving is clearly a problem. That GM is a fucking mess. Sean McDermott is probably getting fired by the end of the year. The GM doesn't do anything. The GM should be gone too. It should new. Everything almost like pretty much new. Okay. Get some guys in there.
You think the Bills team is broken now?
Oh, yeah. The Bills team is definitely broken. They're next year. But they are headed back home. Tampa's coming up. They want to forget their loss last week. The over-under is 47.5. The spread is 5.5 in favor of the Bills. Walks.
You already know what I'm doing.
Walks.
I told you.
Under 47.5.
Okay.
Because what the Bills are they do best is they're able to move up in the interior line, right up the middle. Baker, when he gets kind of out on the roll, a little gunslinger action, he gets a little silly. And I think this Bills defense wants a little fuck. But shit, there's the over as well, too, on that 47.5. Give me that over. Yep, give me that over. I think Josh Allen wants to get it going again. I don't need to do that under. But yes, after that, 13 points, no. We know the Bucks can get the points up, all right? If the Saints can do it in Buffalo, they can do it in Buffalo. They can get the points. So give me the over at 47.5. That spread is trap spread, all right, Walks? So it looks like you're shaking your head in favor of the over. Tell me, guy.
No, not the over. 47, right?
21, 27 puts you at the over. 20, 27 puts you at the under. I hate that number. It's ugly every time. But what I love here is I love the fact that Dalton Kincaid is out. He is the guy that makes that offense turn. And I am all over the Bucks on this one. I think the Bucks have a great chance to win this outright.
Yeah.
And no Dalton Kincaid. Every time Dalton Kincaid hasn't been on the field, that Bills team offense looks atrocious. They don't have another receiving tight end that can move past 10 yards with any separation. It's just ugly.
It's silly, though. Separation. Josh Allen looks scared. He's trying to do too much again because he has to.
He has to, right? And Josh Allen
come in his presser today or whatever. I saw the headline clip. If we take care of the ball,
we'll be fine. Well, no shit, buddy. That's kind of how the league
works. You can't give extra possessions to anybody in this league because you're all professionals playing at the highest level.
Yeah, still playing at the highest level. It falls down to coaching and execution. So
But
yeah,
there's no. Are you going to tell me that the Bills, if you flip it, right, the Bills are 3-point favorites in Tampa?
who?
If you flipped it, home and
Oh
road,
yeah, but yeah, I get that. Yeah.
I don't think the Bills are a 3-point favorite going into Tampa.
And they're not 5.5 at home. That's
Probably
crazy.
not 5.5 at home. So give me the Bucks. And I am going to sprinkle the money line just a little bit to wet my whistle just a little here.
Okay. 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 All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the plus 5.5. I did miss the Dalton Kincaid injury. That is true. They were all saying it like blah 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 blah. He makes a run. Oh yes, plus 5.5. I'm getting rid of that over under. That makes a lot of sense, but it could be chaos. Early morning slate. Early morning slate. Now let's get to the afternoon slates
Mm.
with one beautiful, probably game of the week, especially, I mean, divisional game of the week. Holy shit. You pretty much got the number one, you got top defense versus the top offense. You got Mike McDonald's on the road, headed to LA, not favored at 3, but the over-under's 48.5. Hawks, Rams. Now let me give you this little tidbit. I found this out, kind of looked it up, and I'm going to let you go on your rant. The the Hawks are number one team that loves to do nickel and dime because that you don't really have to blitz all that much. That interior front is nasty. The guys get around the corner and dive in. And you got a lot of speed in that cornerback side. Now, what do you do to kind of counter that? You put some beef. You go at 12 to 13 personnel and you kind of force the guys to come down. They're not as strong, but they still got the speed. Who's good at that? The Rams. They run that the most on the 12 and 13 spread. And I also got to point out that interior offensive line and stuff going up against that Rams front four freaks me out a little bit. Sam Darnold scrambling around. We see he can get a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
Locks, go ahead.
I got a tidbit for you as well.
Yeah.
The Seahawks,
Ooh.
Under Mike McDaniel, have never beaten Stafford and McVay.
Really?
So the only times they've beaten the Rams is when Stafford hasn't played.
Well, look at the bullshit you guys had last year, though, compared to this year. You have a quarterback that can move the ball.
So and then the other part here that I think is a wrinkle that I don't think has been accounted for enough is Nicky Manwari, the rookie, wears number 3 for the Seahawks.
That's a guy they like to bring down. That's one they'll bring down, just like you see with Duran James, like those big kind of guys, bring him down a little bit.
Here's the deal: he can cover anybody. So even if you want to run Puka Nakua in the slot, Nicky Manwari can follow him all day long.
And you can follow him, but people following that guy can catch in traffic. He is tough.
I think Nicky Manwari is as big as they get, and he is the biggest physical freak on the field.
Yep.
Like
on the field, sure, not everyone. He's pretty.
And again, this is SoFi Stadium. It's not a home game for anybody, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So
Rams are showing out a little bit more better, but it's in LA. They're close by.
Yeah, I think. Give me the Hawks on the money line.
Hawks what?
Money line.
Ooh. Holy folks, shaking it up in the NFC.
I think that this is a prove it game for Mike McDaniel in the NFC.
For the Seahawks, for all of you guys.
Right. I don't think it's as big of a game, like a prove it game.
For the Rams, no. Everyone understands who that team is. That is a very good point. And
I know the Hawks are without Jaron Reed in the middle, but Peely is a big dude who can clog up the middle just as well as Reed does.
It's a
I
pretty
really
good
like
offensive line LA has, but nothing that they can't be exposed still.
I don't think it's the best offensive line that the Hawks have gone up against. So I think it's
Not
right
when you
there.
go up
But
against, the Niners and Bucks.
I think the Bucks offensive line is better than the Rams when fully healthy.
Mm-hmm. When fully healthy, yes.
Yeah. So give me the Hawks on the money line. I think for them to win this game, it needs to hit the under.
Yeah. No, you got to slow down that offense because they're flying right now.
Yeah. So
Number one, the past like 3-4 weeks type of shit.
yeah, I mean, you're looking at the top two teams, I think, in total DVOA according to PFF.
Yeah.
I mean, this really is the two best teams in the league right now going at it. I do think the Hawks can win this straight up. I think they're just a deeper roster right now with more playmakers, especially Hawks threw it 13 times last week. Nobody knows what Rashid Shaheed is going to be in this offense.
Well, not yet, especially when you go up early in a game and stuff, but the offense doesn't move after that.
They threw it, I think, 5 times after the first quarter.
Yeah. I mean, why would you? You control the game.
So, again, I'm going to take Hawks on the money line, and I think I want the under the 48.5 because, that's a funky number. You're giving me both two key numbers at 47 and 48. If I just play the number, I'm going to play the under. So
Okay. Now, the thing with the Hawks, the best quarterback they've played, a playoff quarterback with was Baker Mayfield. They lost. Now, that was at home. We understand how they've been at home. But the bad teams that you've beaten the shit out of them. It's just afterwards, you don't really have to move the ball. So it's kind of like, oh, they didn't do anything in that. It's like, whatever. Not a big deal. So you're going up against an MVP candidate. He's like probably the favorite right now. After just a run of 4-0s, just 4-0, 4-0 against the spread. Both these teams are 7-2 against the spread. I still got to go Rams -3 when you have an offense and a quarterback like that, and how much they're going to have more beef. Now I trust your boy Wenwamwo. I trust him. He's going to be all over that place. I saw him last week. I was like, who's this little rascal? But I see him -3. I see it's kind of like that, like 24-28 type of shenanigans. It's going to be a battle. They're going to fight it out. But I'm going to go with that Rams -3. It's that offense is moving so well for the Rams. This is the best quarterback they've faced since Baker Mayfield, and we saw the results. So I'm going with the Rams -3.
I will just say that the defense for that Bucks game, if you remember, the Seahawks secondary was beat the F up.
That is true. That is a good point.
And I think that this secondary, because that was no Nick Emanwari. I think Spoon was out for that game too.
Spoon was out. Yep.
Yeah. So you're missing 2 out of 4 starters for that secondary.
Yeah.
It's not insignificant. I think this defense and this offense are starting to click for the Hawks a bit better.
But if I'm taking a defensive battle, I'm taking Matt Stafford over Sam Darnold any day. Sam Darnold's playing great, but we're seeing signs of leaking. I'm not saying he's going to fall out or anything like that. He's just not a Super Bowl quarterback for me. Yeah. So I'm taking the best quarterback on the field. I'm taking the better offense. So I'm going with the spread at -3. It's hard to take the other side. I do like the under, though. I do like the under. Not going to touch it. Okay, another divisional rivalry game. But this one is going to feels a little one-sided. It's kind of how it's been with these teams, but maybe Sean McVay can cook something up at home. Maybe he can. Chiefs are headed to Denver. Over/under 45. Spread is 3.5. That 45, I feel like that's just an AFC West gem of a number. I feel like I see 45 so many times with that division. I feel like there's not much you can say about this game. This feels pretty straightforward for me. Andy Reid off a bye, on the road, love playing against Denver, -3.5. Give it to me. And Spagnola loves running disguise, secondary disguise. All right. He loves doing that. Boom. They're all hike the ball, some going elsewhere. Bo Nix sucks at that. He needs to be able to see it right up front. Okay, this is what it is. He disguises like a motherfucker. Oh, master of disguise. I'm a turtle. Turtle. Okay. Give me the Chiefs -3.5, ladies and gentlemen. It's pretty easy. Not as easy as the last game we just did, but Chiefs, Andy Reid off a bye. You don't need all the schematics and the shenanigans. Your boy Bo walks. Can he do it?
Give me the under.
I don't care. Give me the under. Spags is going to make
Make life hell for Bo Nix. That offense in Denver is fucking atrocious. They can't get the ball past like 7 yards on any given
Classic
play.
Bo.
And just they relied on the defense to give them short fields and to give them extra opportunities. I think Mahomes is going to be really not really conservative, but risk adverse in this game. So because he knows that if they do give him a short field, it's going to be like I could care less if you arm punt an INT, right? Like, don't care about that.
I don't care. Yeah, arm punt INTs. I could care less.
Weird fumbles, stuff, and whatnot. And so I expect the quick passing game to be there for Kansas City. Yeah. Just trying to move this game a bit faster than to not give Denver the number of offensive snaps it needs to score points. Yeah. So give me the under 45. I
love it.
I can't wait to watch a 17-22 game or something ridiculous where we have like just a ton of field goals. And
I'm going to go with you on that one. That one sounds about right. Just with Bo Nix not being able to score. And we saw what happened last week with their Thursday night game. With that, brutal. Absolutely brutal.
Well,
go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say 2 teams off with extended time to prepare too, right?
So
defenses are going to be dialed up. You can the offensive game plan for you can run a couple extra wrinkles in there, but I just think that your rested defenses in Denver, give me the under.
Beautiful. All righty. Well, talk about duds. Yeah, one team coming out with a dud. The other team putting it on a team. Another game of the week. This is cross-divisional game. Potential, they always say like, oh, potential NFC championship, potential any playoff shenanigans. But these are huge playoff implications. Bears, Vikings, Hawks, Rams, Lions, Eagles. Like, this is huge this week. Yep. Lions, Eagles, huge. Lions headed up to Philly. Over-unders 46, headed over. 46.5. Spread is 2.5. Maps. Think about it. Map. Headed east. On a Sunday night game, Eagles off a slow start. Walks, give it to me. Are these teams going to be firing or we got defense again?
Oh, that's a good question. All right, I got a question for you. Explain to me the AJ Brown situation like I'm 3 years
old. Doesn't get the ball enough. Mad about it. Jalen Hurts and him don't talk. Plays video games. Says don't start me in fantasy. I don't care anymore with him. We're winning games and he's still fucking complaining. We only have 2 losses. They only have 2 losses. And we're going to be all uppity about that. I understand you're the number 1 guy. Slowly not, because, Jalen loves Dallas Goedert, by the way. He's his great little third down, roll it out. There you are. But I'm sorry. And then we see this, and then the next game, he kind of just flies off. I'm fine with him leaving next year. Draft Denzel Boston. We're having fun again. Devontae Smith, you put him on a team that needs a wide receiver. He's wide receiver 1. He can get it. He's kind of been that second role, but this year he's made a leap. So that's AJ Brown walks.
Okay, so how does that? Do you think that shows up this week as a positive or a negative?
I see it more on a negative because I can see him give up on a play type of shit out of frustration. Because you can kind of see he's just like slow poking around, it feels like. Like when he gets the ball, he's able to get it, but he's just seemed kind of just blah at this point. Trade deadline's already gone, bud. Sorry, you're stuck with us. Fucking brat. Go ahead, Walks.
All right. So I don't think that the Eagles allow for the deep passing game to materialize for the Lions.
No, they don't. They haven't been able to stretch as much unless Devontae gets the fuck out there on a nice little 52 post. Get out of here.
Yeah. My gut tells me that this ends up being a lower scoring game.
My gut says that too. But that 46.5 is crazy.
That is a wild fucking number for these two teams. I think that's a much bigger reflection of the Eagles not being able to score points the last few weeks.
Oh, yes. I mean, if you're looking at the 46.5 makes sense because of what the Eagles have been able to do. And the Lions, they've kind of had an on and off. Now they got new play calling sort of with Dan Campbell. Now he has a full week of kind of getting his brain out. How does that come into play?
I think that we get the
short rest.
It is short rest.
But at home.
At home, on turf. All right. Give me the over.
Yeah.
And I'll explain them.
Here we go.
Give me Detroit's going to run a ton of misdirection to try and get that defensive line moving, not trusting their gut on which way they're supposed to be going.
Oh, Jalen's just going to be like, all right.
Too many people in front of me.
It doesn't matter with him.
I'm going this way.
I don't care. Straight. The best defensive lineman in the league. Get fucked.
I think a weakness that I think will be there for the Eagles, and we've seen this, is that the play action game does work against the Eagles with how hard the linebackers commit to stopping the run.
Sort of. They're a pass. That's probably the best linebacker core in the league right now. The way and Zach Bonds, no schmuck, but yes, the mixed direction can kind of get you all flustered. With Jahmyr Gibbs too.
Yeah, between Gibbs and Jameson Williams, I think there's enough speed to get to the outside and make it a longer day for that defense than what they got last week, because that Green Bay team has no speed on it right now. I mean, what Christian Watkins?
Yeah, no one's really fast on that team.
So this is a different level of speed. I think we get points here. I think
points too.
I think something 24-27, something like that sounds pretty reasonable here.
Yeah.
I would not be shocked if Detroit did get to 30 points, because Dan Campbell's going to get a fourth down and whatever crazy eye twitch, and he's just going to fucking lose his mind. And so
I'm just like my 5-year-old's losing her mind right now.
Yep. Don't worry. Both my kids are doing it tonight too.
Something about this solar radiation flare just makes the kids lose all their fucking minds.
Players, dude.
So give me this. Give me Detroit and the points, and give me the over.
Cool. Over. 46.5 for me. The Eagles are going to pick it back up after a blah week. She's fine. She's fine. Why are you crying, girl? Well, you can't cry about sprinkles. Sprinkles! Make it quick. Go ahead.
Got to make it quick. All right. Hang on. Let me pull it back up real quick. All right. My sprinkle pick. I am rolling to Let's see, we already picked all these. All right, here's my sprinkle pick. Give me the.
I got a question for y'all. I need you to answer it in the comments. Spend 150,000 on a big old yacht. Wait a minute, that's not enough to buy a yacht. Spend 150,000 on an iced out watch. Wait, what? I don't even really wear a watch. Put a big screen TV in every room. That wouldn't make sense. Only got 5 rooms. Maybe buy a little pony for my baby girl. Just might take a trip around the world. I buy some yoga and meditate. I get some brand new roller skates. I'd spend some cash and fix this beat. I might get some escargot to eat. Oh, what you said that's made with snails. Instead, do you have blue crabs for sale? I'll take 100 dozen and cook them up. Then share with my friends as we party up.